Okay, it looks like I've got our new set up and running. We can finally start to do
Are we fucking done yet?
Hello, everybody. I know you've been waiting for this all frickin' year. 2017 is a long year when you don't have any CFoD in your life. I am Danny McCormick, as you know, and over here in second screen, we're technically sitting next to each other, but you can't tell. That would be Tommy Breen. Hey, Tommy, how's it going?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good.
I'm more HD in this camera than
Yes.
my old camera.
Yeah. Your old camera was Skype over the internet via a transparency layer. Yeah, it wasn't good. Now you're right next to me, and I could punch you in the face.
But you won't.
I won't,
Okay, good.
because I video evidence.
Because I'm the commissioner, so I can
But anyways,
ban you for that.
my name is Danny. This is Tommy. We're doing the CFoD show.
It is summer,
It
after
is-
all,
Yes.
as
Ju-
we're
it's July.
contractually obligated.
Okay. So we've got a few issues to talk about here on today's episode. We've got some news, we've got some rule changes, and we just have some general questions for you guys. But we're going to start with basically news, being what we're going to do with the show this year. Because this guy over here, he got a new job. So
I did.
He's going to be traveling a lot. We used to record on Tuesdays. Now that's a lot harder to do with him being successful.
However, along with that job, I also now live closer to you,
Mhm.
which allows camera angles.
That's right. So we're probably going to be filming Sundays because there's Mondays where Tommy's gone as well. But that's okay because we'll record after all the afternoon games, and all we'll have is the Sunday night and Monday night game, and no one ever comes back.
Ever.
If they're down after the first.
So we'll know pretty much
games.
whatever's going on.
So
at
there
that
will be
point.
less like hard stats over who is, winning and blah 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 blah. But we'll still find a way to make the show fun. Speaking of making the show fun, on to news issue number 2. We've got a retirement from the league. One of the most fun members of the league.
Indeed, well known, world renowned for his charisma and participation.
Yep. He reached the age in which he can no longer be on the show. We've got a very strict rule of no 10-year-olds in the league, and 8 YOP, last year 9 YOP. Well, he turned 10 this year.
He did. We kept him 8 for as long as we could.
Yes, under the Little League Baseball rules.
Yep. But we don't need to get into that. The point is, Anthony 8 YOP Hill has retired from the CFoD and has also been replaced.
Yes. Well, actually, before we talk about the replacement, we should talk about what we did to find the replacement. We put out flyers on Craigslist. We put out flyers on Monster.com. We put out the word just about everywhere you could think
We
of.
even printed out physical flyers and put them up on lampposts.
That's right. We forgot to actually go out and put them on lampposts. We forgot to actually click submit on most of those websites.
But we did do it.
We did do it. So we had 2 applicants show up. We don't know how they figured it out, but they showed up, and
boy, did we put them through the ringer, Danny.
we had quite a few challenges. We decided we have 1 spot, and we need to give it to the right individual.
So you want a CFoD. So you think you can CFoD?
So you think you could CFoD? Yes. So we put them through some tests, and we've got a little montage here of some of those tests.
Yeah,
so
we had a couple of still shots from...
we do. We didn't have any video set up because all the new stuff I got for the show, which is a new microphone, so we don't have to share this one. I got a new camera, so I'm in HD, and this one's not in HD.
Yeah.
I'm getting a green screen, so hopefully we can do some cool things with that. More about that later. And some lighting also. But anyways, didn't have the camera for these events, but that's okay. We got
so much room in the budget.
we've got HD cameras on our phones now. So all in all, we got some good images.
Some
But
good photo stock.
we started off making sure that they were smart enough to join the league.
Of course, the written exam.
The written exam.
Going
So
over, well, we fucked that up.
it wasn't off. I told you to turn it
That
off.
wasn't my fault. So what if I did it?
We just pretend that didn't happen.
Okay. Let's just move on. This is summer after all. There's going to be a little bit of postseason rust.
Yeah.
Off-season rust.
All right. So anyways, I probably accidentally just edited out a few seconds of the show. But here we are. Picture of the written test. We've got our first contestant, Baron, sitting right here. He looks very confused of the first few questions. Alan's in the background, nonchalantly just like chilling.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, our two contestants' names are Baron and Alan.
Yes, and boy, did they fight it off.
Yes.
It's a shame we had to pick one of them.
Sadly, the two girls behind them actually did better on the test.
They did. They're not actual competitors trying
No,
to get into the CFoD. We had to share the test room.
Yeah.
With.
But anyways, after the written portion of the test, there was a few more challenges. We didn't get any good images of those, but we did get an image of the most important challenge we had for them in the whole slew of challenges.
Indeed.
Most points rewarded, and it was toe wrestling.
Toe wrestling, and they went at it, as you can see there.
They did. And wow, you are really getting in there officiating.
Yeah, I had to make sure that the rules of toe wrestling were abided by. This is a very serious competition. As you can see there, all rules and regulations are being followed, which Baron is not very happy about.
Baron looks like he is in some pain.
The look of determination. And look at that confidence on the smirk
Yeah,
of
Alan
Alan
looks
Dunn.
incredibly smug right there. But anyways, after that we had two more events in beekeeping and Poetry Slam, but we didn't get any images or sounds of that,
No,
sadly.
we couldn't. We were not allowed to record.
Baron's
during the
poetry
Slam.
was amazing.
He did. I actually cried.
But the very last competition, they were neck and neck in points, but the very last competition we had was lawnmower racing.
Which came down to a photo finish, as you can see there. A great shot of you and I waving the flag and making sure that everything was legit there.
Yep.
As you can see, Alan did narrowly pull out the victory in that photo finish on the lawnmower race, which did not necessarily give him the win in the contest.
Yeah, we had to still go over the written test and some of the other things. But
Right, so neither of them actually know who the winner was.
So we're going to announce it right here on the very first episode. So we would like to say congratulations to...
From the bottom of our heart, congratulations
Wait.
to our newest
Hold
CFoD
on,
member.
Hold on.
What?
Hold on. I just got a text.
I was just fucking announcing it right now. You
No,
can't
this
text-
is important.
You can't text it another time, Danny? You're always yelling at me. Holy shit! Why?
I don't know. He just says he doesn't want to.
Well,
Breaking news. Breaking news. We don't have the tic-tac ticker, nor are we able to edit the tic-tac ticker right now. But my dad has just retired from fantasy football.
It's the year of the retirement, I guess.
Well, we got rid of the youngest and the oldest member.
All right, we're bringing that CFoD average back into the middle. If you're not approximately 30, get the fuck out.
So,
I guess we have two applicants. Let's just let them both in.
all right. Congratulations to Alan Dunn and Baron Peterson for
To
making
both
it
of you.
into the CFoD.
That's how we planned it the whole time.
That is correct.
Just how we drew it up, and no need to get into who actually won that decathlon. The point is, both proved that they were worthy of CFOD-ery.
Yep. I mean, how can you not say yes to these faces?
I mean, the face. Look at the determination, the effort that they put in over the weekend.
Oh man.
So you know what? I'm happy to welcome both of these members into our fine league. And those aren't the only changes happening to the league this year.
No, let's get into news number 3. That's right. We have tweaked the rules just slightly. Scoring will be the same.
For a couple of years now, I've had it mentioned to me that people wanted to do a little something different. We've reached out and asked league members what they would like to see different about the league.
So we're doing rainbow-colored icons for teams now?
For everyone. They will all have rainbow-colored icons, as well as there's going to be some new trading capital available for everyone in the league.
I'm so excited for this.
The people have asked for a couple of years now. You know what? We would like to be able to trade draft picks, and there were some concerns with being able to trade draft picks along with the keeper functions of the league. We are proud to announce that we have hopefully found a solution to that, and we will now be allowed to trade draft picks. Future draft picks are now able to be traded.
Yep.
There is a stipulation along with that. If you are going to trade a future draft pick, you will also have to receive a draft pick in return.
So what you're saying is if it's week 5 and I'm 0-5 and I'm not looking good and I wanted to dump off Antonio Brown to somebody, I could go, hey, Tommy, you want Antonio Brown for a second round pick next year? I will give you a 11th.
And I'll say I will do anything to keep Jeff from winning the championship this year. So yes, I will sell my future for Antonio Brown to win the league this year. But again, I do have to give Danny back a draft pick also. So in this scenario, like you said, I guess
I would be getting a second next year, and you would be getting an 11th next year. And I would have a first-round pick and 2 second-round picks, and you'd have a first-round pick and 2 11th-round picks. But you would have had Antonio Brown this year.
Indeed. The reason for having to receive a pick also is so that all teams end up with even draft picks, so that no team ends up with theoretically 30 picks in one draft.
Which I don't personally like, but I can't think of a easy way to do where you have multiple picks along with the keeper function, and the keeper function being draft pick where you drafted them. It's super tough. I'm sure there's a way, but Tommy's too lazy to try and figure it out.
Right. That is 100% correct. I am going to put as little time into being the commissioner of this league as possible. Excuse me. Now, along with that was not the only condition of trading for picks. Along with trading future draft picks, you will also be asked to pay next year's dues ahead of time.
Correct.
The reason for this being that if you decide to pull an Anthony or Regis and leave the league after trading away future picks...
Yeah, I don't want to play next year, so, I'm just going to trade away my first, second, and third rounder for... Do you got Blair Walsh?
I do have Blair Walsh.
Here, have my first, second, and third. I'll take your 14th, 15th, 16th, and I can get Blair Walsh for the rest of the year.
Sounds fair.
Sweet.
Keep him
By
for the offseason,
I'm not playing next year.
All right. Fair enough. Well, now Danny would also have to pay next year's dues, so that when we replace him next year with somebody else, that person is not going to have to take over a shitty team minus draft picks, and then also...
Well, yeah, they will. They just won't have to pay for it.
That's true. Exactly. They won't have to pay for it.
Just draft good, and you'll be good next year.
Yeah. Actually, there is a little wrinkle to that also. In the event that you were to trade future picks and then leave the league and someone would take over, we would actually add supplemental draft picks to that round.
And the person leaving would be chastised?
Yes.
Okay.
They will be shunned, pointed at, and laughed at.
They will be destroyed because they are attacking or blocking creature. Got it.
All right. Fair enough. Now that everyone's crystal clear on that, we can move forward. So yes, if it comes down to supplemental draft picks, I'll be happy to get into that. But basically, we would add an extra pick onto that round, which the person taking over the team would then receive the last pick of that round, which probably makes no sense to anyone.
Well, it's never going to happen. No one's ever going to leave the league.
Right, we've kicked out everyone who was going to leave.
Yeah.
So, hopefully.
All right. So, with that settled, we want to hear from you guys. What do you think about the retirements, the changes to the show, and trading draft picks? Also, trading draft picks, we're not going to start. It's not going to be eligible for starting until August 1st.
August 1st.
Just to let us hammer out anything that maybe you guys come up with an issue, or if you guys come up with a improvement on trading multiple draft picks. So yeah, starting August 1st is when we're going to do that. That's basically when I would say the league is open. I think you've already made the Yahoo League open now.
It renews automatically. Okay. So yes, it is.
So we're going to just pretend that CFoD season starts August 1st. That's when you can get in there and start tinkering with the 0 players you have.
So yes, let me know if any trades involving draft picks are coming up. Then please let me know also, so that I'll be able to check with you and make sure everything's legit on that. It'll probably be a little bumpy as we start this new process, but we'll get through it as bump free as possible.
All right.
And along with that, we had talked about trading something else also. The ability to trade keepers.
That's right. This is another thing that we want info or feedback on is, say I drafted Cam Newton in the 10th, DeAndre Hopkins in the 6th, and also Jay Ajayi in the 12th. Now, I can only keep 2 of them. Who do I want to keep?
You want to keep the worst 2 of those.
All
you
right.
want to keep your kicker.
I want to keep Blair Walsh And
You just traded 3
can I
picks
keep my
for him.
can I keep my 11th round pick in the 9th?
I don't see why not. Go for it.
Not actually a player, just my draft pick.
But as Danny was saying, so you have 3 good keeper options. You can only keep 2 of them. What can you do with that third one? We want to actually be able to trade that keeper eligibility. That's right. Now, there is no way to actually do that in the draft system. So that's something where if you work it out between yourselves and you want to trade your keeper eligibility of a certain player to someone else, again, let me know. And we'll be able to...
Because here's the thing. If
I
I decide to keep Cam Newton and Jay and someone wanted to trade for the ability to keep DeAndre Hopkins in the 4th round, then first off, I'm knowing that person is now going to have a better team. So trading away a eligible player is a hard decision for the person who has that player, because you don't want to make somebody else better while also not getting the proper thing in return. The league is going to want to make sure it's a good trade, because no one wants to be like, hey, wait, why can't I have David Johnson in the 13th?
The 12th.
Whatever. So that's a very touchy subject, but until we actually see it happen for the first time, I don't know how we're going to govern it. Are we gonna have a veto process? Or is there nothing we can do?
I mean, the way I see it, if 2 teams do come to a general consensus, then that's what we. If 2 people agree that the trade is even for both of their teams, it's tough for anyone else to come in and say that it isn't, or to veto it. Obviously, if anything's egregious, then as commissioners, we will be happy to veto that. And if we get a lot of pushback on certain things, but as far as setting the market value of those keepers, that probably is going to take some time to set and see exactly what people are willing to pay for things like that.
Now, speaking of the draft, we have 2 eligible bachelors, aka dates, for when we want to have the draft.
Well, technically 3.
3?
Yes.
You only told me 2.
Well, 2 weekends, but 3 days.
Oh, okay. Tommy, take it away.
All right, the first one, we have Sunday, August 27th. We have availability for that. By the way, we do want to do the live draft again at the GSR. Our new league member, Alan Dunn, is happy enough to help out with that because I no longer work at GSR. So he'll be the hookup on that.
Okay.
Good thing we let him in the league.
Yeah, because we weren't sure up until just a few seconds.
We weren't sure. That worked out well for everybody because Barron also is going to buy pizza for the entire league, so it works out for everyone.
This is what Barron thinks about buying us all pizza.
He's gonna foot wrestle about it?
No, he's just not happy about it.
Oh, okay. Well, anyway, so we want to do the draft at the GSR again, and we have everybody there. Getting everybody's schedule together is a little bit tough. So right now, the available dates are Sunday, August 27th.
That works best for me, in case that helps anyone.
There is also Saturday, September 2nd, or Sunday, September 3rd. Those are the following weekends. So please, everybody, if you could let us know, comment on this video, letting us know what dates you are or are not available, and we'll do our best to make this work. I know Justin is unable to make it. He will have to Skype in.
Okay.
Along with that, we do want to keep that at a minimum because it's tough to manage a draft while Skyping in multiple people.
Plus, there's some CFoD show stuff I want to do.
So we do want everybody there, if at all possible.
Yeah.
So please let us know of those 3 dates, which ones you are available to make and which ones you absolutely cannot make if there's any reason that you cannot. So we'll do our best to make that work. Again, that was Sunday, August 27th, Saturday, September 2nd, or Sunday, September 3rd, as far as available dates.
And like I said, later in the show, I was going to talk about the green screen. I got a green screen and light setup. I mean, it's not here yet, but I will have it by then. And what I would love to do is just set it up at the GSR so that I can get everyone to say into the camera with the green screen behind them, "Hi, this is Danny McCormick." They don't have to say Danny McCormick. They can say their own name.
Oh, so they can be themselves.
They can be themselves.
Okay.
"Hi, this is Danny McCormick, and you're watching the CFoD show. Go CFoD yourself." I'm not actually into the show.
That was good. You practiced this.
and that way I can make some cool, like a good opening for the show that involves everyone from the league, which is kind of the point of the show, is to get the league involved
and then maybe our show won't get canceled halfway through the season.
Yeah, last year sucked. It really sucks that Tammy spent all our money that second season.
Well, that we blew so much money on our bitchin' ass trailer that we didn't really have money left in the budget.
We figured out some new stuff this year, so we should be good.
We spent our budget. We spent our budget wisely this year.
That's right. We only bought like 4 hookers.
That's right.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna spread those hookers out throughout the season.
We need that Yo Mama button.
We do.
We don't have any of the buttons set up yet.
Oh, just wait till we get those buttons.
We're going to get buttons, and they're going to be set up.
And on that note, is there anything else we need to cover on this summer update of the CFoD show?
I don't think so. I think we'll be back next week or 2 weeks from now. We'll talk a little bit about who has who and who could be kept and who even could be kept traded.
That's right. Kept traded options. Keeper trader.
So, also, I think next week it would be, or next week or 2 weeks from now, or whenever, would be a great time to try and get both Alan and Baron on the show just to say hi to the league.
Introduce them a little bit.
Yeah, actually, Justin still needs to do that too. Nobody knows who that is.
That's right. It's only been with the league since its inception, and then he missed that year, and everybody forgot who he was.
Yeah, but Alan and Baron don't know who he is.
That's right. They don't. They don't know who anyone is. They don't even know who we are.
Well, Alan did kind of tackle me last year.
We got him.
No, that was Agent Michael Hawks.
Oh. Okay. Yeah.
He does look a lot like Alan, though, now that you mention it.
Yeah.
Huh. Yeah.
I thought, are they twins?
Never thought about that before. No, I'm not sure they're any...
Do they even know each other?
Probably not. But we are rambling a little bit.
Yes, we are.
And remember, we're all about the efficient budget this year,
That's
so no
right,
running
efficient
over.
Budget. We actually only have 13 seconds left to film. Oh, shit. Hey, everybody, go CFoD yourselves.
CFoD
Woo!
your ass. Your fucking selves.
Yeah.
Did we make it? Did we get it in time?